computer. All I do is win, no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up. I'm so sorry, I had to. That was so cheesy. Man, that's how I feel about June, you guys. It's going to be amazing. May has been a weird, wonky month, but oh my goodness, we've seen so much momentum and so much movement and excitement. Kate Burke just hit senior star. Jocelyn and Sarah are literally inches away from silver and executive. Kim Costa, executive. Sarah Mills, senior star. Like crazy rank ups. It's been amazing. So I know going into June, there's with convention, it's going to be crazy awesome. There's going to be so many new promotions and there's going to be new products. And it seems like June is a really fun month. So of course, now that I'm on the promotions bandwagon, it's the thing to do, right? So it's funny. This little idea came to me literally in 2015. And I kind of put this thing together and I kind of rolled it out, but I didn't really do much with it. And of course I had a much smaller team. I had my main legs at the time were Jessica, Monique, and Rhonda. Like that's, I'm dating myself big time. So anyway, of course at that time it was way too much. And I wanted to revisit it now because we have a much bigger team, obviously, and create a way that anyone could participate in this challenge, no matter what your rank, no matter where you're beginning from, no matter what your comfort level with technology is. You can be an Excel spreadsheet nerd like me, kind of, or if you are a paper and pencil person, it works too. But basically, if you had a chance to even look at it, and if not, that's totally cool because I'm going to walk you guys through it in a minute. Let me share my screen, actually. Okay, desktop. Okay, so here, I'll walk you through. This is the spreadsheet. So basically, the idea is that you're not going to be, you're going to get points. You're going to keep track of your points every day based on your actions and your activities. It's not just how many people you enrolled or how many people you got on Essential Rewards. It's what have you done? You know, have you talked to a new person? Have you followed up with somebody? Have you done any sort of personal development training? Providing support to your team. These are the kinds of things like, for example, let's see, we'll go through each one, like talking to people, following up with new people, supporting your members and leaders, training, sharing, whether it's the Oil Ability audio or sharing them Kara's brand spanking new 11-minute how to get 300 chemicals out of your home video, to helping to launch a brand new builder. So just depending on what you're doing, you're going to give yourself points every day. And at the end, you're going to tally those points, or I will if you're going to use the paper. Like we can figure that out. Again, this is very red. I'm a green, as you can see with the spreadsheet, but this is very like, let's figure this out as we go. And what questions you guys have, we'll figure them out as we're doing them. So let's see. Let's walk you through the activity tracker. Now, if you're using the spreadsheet, which some of you will, some of you will not, and it again, it all depends on the person. It's cool because the spreadsheet has formulas in there, and formulas are basically just ways to calculate numbers. So for example, Let's just say June 1st, you're going to dive right in, and you had two conversations with new people. So you're going to put that in, and then, oh, hold on. Oh, it should calculate, but it didn't. Okay, so anyway, fail number 1. I have to look at that. So I'll figure that out. But in theory, okay, that would give you 2 points over here. And then, let's see. Oh, here we go. It's because I was messing with some things. Listen to or shared a recorded online class. You give yourself a point for that, for sharing it with a new person. And in theory, it should come over here. You have to look at that and see why that's not working. Inviting them, let's say you're having a class on Facebook and you invited 5 people. Well, you're going to put 5 in there and it's going to give you 5 points. It should. I'll have to look at that. If you're hosting a class, that gives you even more points. And again, this is something you're just going to do daily and put that number in. Let's see, you're hosting a class, put 1 class in, and then it gives you 3 points over here. Okay, so for those that are not using the spreadsheet, because this is all well and good, but I know that there's a lot of people that are not comfortable with Excel or spreadsheets or anything like that. It can be too much. It's overwhelming. That's why we have the paper versions. So this is where these paper versions are coming into play. And these are in our Wicked Oily business group in the files section. So this is to literally just print this sucker out, because you're going to just print this out and you're going to refer back to this. So for example, and of course there's prizes too. The prizes are, first prize is $200 product credit, second prize is $125 product credit, and third is a $75 product credit. I wanted to do product credits because they're easy. They're easy for me, and my goodness, then you guys can buy whatever you want from Young Living. So that's kind of a win-win for everybody. And then it talks about like how you're going to get started. Definitely write your goals out for the month of June. Obviously, this is not required, but I find that it's really helpful at the beginning of each month to kind of reflect on what happened in the previous month and then looking ahead. So for example, let's say you want to hit a certain volume for the month of June. So what does that volume look like? What does that income look like? Is it a certain dollar amount that you want to reach? Is it a rank that you want to hit? Is it a number of classes? Is it, whatever that number may be? Of course, make your list using the GoPro memory jogger. Again, a lot of this is revisiting some of the stuff that we've already been doing. So it's not to say you have to do this again, but it's just there for your edification and for your reference. And where it says put them in the contact tracking tab of the spreadsheet. Again, Geeky Kristen has it in the spreadsheet. So if you really want, you can use it, but you don't have to. So I just don't want you guys to feel like, oh my gosh, the spreadsheet's outrageous, but it's a tab there that you can use. Okay. My team, your contacts, your leaders, like again, this is all optional stuff. Don't feel like you have to use that section of the spreadsheet. Okay. So review the sharing system again. Our sharing system's pretty basic, which is down here. Whether it's the Oil Ability Team Essential Oils audio, whether it's a CD or just the audio link that we send to them, or we send them Kara's brand new video right here at this link right here. Or if you really want to make them fall asleep, you can send them my 1 hour and 10 minute old video. Again, this one's like a couple of years old. It is compliant, but it is old. This is pre-game plan, pre-simplification. But again, it's more detailed. So if you've got really like detail-oriented people that want to know the ins and the outs, that's the video to send to them. But honestly, I would stick with these top 2 right here, the audio as well as the video. Okay, you're going to get familiar with the videos you'll be sharing with people, which more than likely you already are. And then begin, that's a typo. begin daily activities and log your progress each day. Now, don't make this a big to-do. I don't want to add more work to your day, but just maybe as a daily review, just when you're going through your day and thinking about what you did, you just kind of add, check off the list or give yourself those points as you're going through the end of the day. Enter your business targets from May in the abundance tracker. This is super, super cool. I'll show you guys this in a second. And then make extra time in your day for personal and professional development. We've all heard this. Our businesses can't grow if we do not. So that is so, so true, whether it's listening to a podcast or listening to GoPro on audio or one of Richard Blissbrook's hero calls, anything, Mach 2, like whatever it may be. Personal and professional development is so important to our growth. Okay, so how to keep track of your points. So review each opportunity to earn points in the June activity tracker sheet, which we'll go over in just a second. Each day, keep track and enter your points. At the end of the month, enter your data into the abundance tracker spreadsheet, which we'll look at in just a second. And then this part right here, enter your team growth and OGV percentage. Don't even worry about this right now, because I'll show you how this works in just a minute. And again, if you are on the ain't nobody got time for that option, which is option 2, when you send me your information at the end of June, I will be entering that and it'll calculate automatically for me. So the idea is to send it to me, send your finished information to me, whether it's the spreadsheet or the actual sheets themselves, to my email by July 5th. And then that way I have time to go through and then see literally who has the most points. At the end of the day, it's just who has the most points. And then I can announce the winners. So, okay, so how to structure your time. So we've heard this before, like the best way to structure your time is really focusing on those income producing activities. Talking to new people is definitely a big one. Following up with people, fortune is in the follow-up. We've heard that before. We want to do those 2 things. That's 60% of your time. You're going to be doing that. Supporting your members and your leaders, of course, that's going to take some time, depending on how big your team is. If you have a larger team with a lot of members as well as leaders, this might be a little bit more. If you have a smaller team, you may spend less time doing that. Team training, coaching, promotions, spend about 10% of your time doing this. And then personal and professional development, about 10% of your time. Again, this is just kind of a liquid variation. You aren't gonna, don't worry about, sticking to this exactly, but it's kind of just a basic idea of how you want to spend your time. And then goals, write these down and put them in a place you see every day. So this is where you're talking about your June goals. How many new people do you want to talk to each day? Who will be your targets? What will be your targets? Again, we talk about 2 a day. That's kind of just a basic number in network marketing in general. So that's a good number to shoot for. And that 2 people a day can be brand new people. That can be 2 people that you're following up with. That can be 2 people that are already members that you're supporting. Whatever that number looks like. How many hours a week are you going to be working on these income producing activities? Which days and times will you work? Put these in your calendar, because if you don't put them in your calendar, then it more than likely will not happen as you'd like them to. So, okay, so what rank do you want to achieve next, and by which date? What rank will you have achieved in a year? So again, these are kind of the dream big, like what do you want? Where are you now? When do you want to hit your next rank? And of course, a year from now, where do you expect yourself to be? And why are you doing this? Of course, what is our why? Our why is our biggest focus. What are your dreams? What do you want to do with that extra money? Are you going to find a cause and donate it to? Are you going to buy a new home? Are you going to take more vacations with your family? Are you going to retire your husband? Like whatever that is. So of course, a lot of this stuff is stuff you've heard already, but I think it's helpful to kind of just revisit that. Because, the more we think about it, the more we feel our conscious with it, then the more real it is to our minds. Okay, so then of course our sharing system, there's just some resources that you can tap into for the various sharing, whether it's prospects, existing members, or prospective members that are interested in the business, you can invite them to an upcoming webinar. And those are the links to the opportunity webinars that Stephanie, Kara, Kirsten McCormick, and I are doing over, you know, I think we're doing it at least 4 to 5 times a month now. There's, of course, the 7-minute Young Living opportunity video, which is this link right here. And then, of course, there's the 2-minute video that Kara led the charge with our team last year. And there's a few of us that are actually in there. So that's kind of cool to be able to share with a prospect. Of course, for your existing members, there's some links to send them to with an unboxing their kit. This is like a 6-minute video on, you know, how to, you know, open the kit, see what's in there, open up the bottom section, that sort of thing. And then we have our very first new member orientation Zoom call recording that's at that link right there. That one, again, was our very first, kind of a slight shit show, I'm not going to lie, but that's all I have right now for recordings. We're going to have more. So as we have more, we'll be able to update that with the available ones. Rhonda and I are working on getting that next one scheduled for June. So stay tuned on that. Hey, we're just keeping it real, you know? Okay, so then there's, of course, business building resources, links and things that you can share with your people. Comp plan, how to set up essential rewards, sharing Young Living the right way, things we can and cannot say, our business groups. And then, of course, if you're stuck on what kind of personal and professional development resources should I tap into, here are a few of our favorites. So that is the Getting Started tab. Now, next is these Facebook messages. Oh, the activity tracker. Okay, so this is super cool because this is the one that you guys are going to print out if you so desire. And this is page 1. So page 1 is literally the points that you're going to get for each of the activities. So conversations with new people or follow-ups, you get 1 point. Recorded online classes that you're sharing, 1 point, et cetera, et cetera. If you have an existing member that joins Essential Rewards in June, if they place a 50 PV order or more, 2 points. If they go up to 300, 10 points. So 10 points is super awesome. Okay, supporting your team, because, you know, supporting and loving on your team is a amazing and very important activity to be doing to grow your business. So you're definitely going to get a point for that. So, you know, I have 1 point. So let's just say you do 5 care calls or texts or PMs, give yourself 5 points for that. I want to be pretty liberal with that just because I really, really value that piece of our work. If you're launching a new business builder, whether you are teaching their first class or their second class, or you're having a meeting with them to launch their business using that little outline that we have, give yourself 3 points. If you recruit a new member to participate in our game plan book club, give yourself 2 points for that. If there's anyone on your team that reaches a new rank, any rank, whether it's star, senior star, executive, etc., give yourself 2 points for that. Okay, professional and personal development, a point for that. And then month-end goals, like let's say you are going to be flipping rank or you're trying to flip rank. These are the points that you'll get at the end of the month for those. So those are not daily, obviously. Those are, let's say, if you go from senior star to executive, you'll get an extra 15 points at the end of the month on top of your total. Okay, so then where it says bonus, hitting Elite Express targets, let's say you're in that right now. Like, for example, I'm going to put Kate Burke on the spot. I don't know if she's on the call tonight, or maybe she'll be listening later, but she just hit senior star. She's in her 3rd month. So in June, if she hits executive in 3, not only is she going to get all of the awesome prizes, but she'll also get an extra 25 points if she's participating in the challenge. So that would go on the end of her, her monthly point allotment. And then, of course, the bonus of attending convention. Now, the reason I was struggling with this one, because yes, only a handful of us are attending convention, and I want to honor that because that's a big commitment of time and energy. So I want to be able to give you an extra 25 points for that. On the same token, those that are going to convention are not going to be able to spend as much time doing the things up here. So it kind of is a wash, but just, you know, for those that are seeing that and saying, wait a second, I'm not going to convention, that is why, because a good 5 days of the convention attendees' lives are going to be taken up by doing things at convention that will obviously support their team and their business, but it does take some time, so they're not going to have as much time to be, you know, following up and reaching out to new people and that sort of thing. Okay, so don't worry about this stuff right now, because this is going to be at the end of the month. So the reason it says TBD is because we'll figure that out at the end of the month, because this is where the spreadsheet's going to calculate these numbers for us. So I don't even know how to calculate it because the spreadsheet's going to do it for us. Okay, so next page. Now these, again, if you're printing this out, this is just like print these off and like staple them together or put them in a binder. And like, so for example, Thursday, June 1st. Oh crap. Okay, so here's the downside. You might have to line up these, do you know what I mean? Like conversations with new people with this line right here. That way you know which one. That was the only problem, that I couldn't get them all on the same page. Again, I'm not a spreadsheet expert. I'm kind of a novice. So I couldn't figure out the best way to get all of this in here without killing a bunch of trees. So if you guys are okay with that, with just lining up each line, you know, to have this page next to this one when you're tallying up, that would be amazing. If it's a big problem, let me know and I can try to revisit it and rework it. Okay, so then basically it just takes you through each day through June. So how many today, how many, like let's say, for example, conversations with new people. If you had 5 conversations with new people, you would put 5 and then you would give yourself 5 points there, because you get 1 point for each number. Does that make sense? I should go into the chat, see if there's any questions. Okay. All right. So, how do we get out of that? Okay. All right. So that's basically that. And then the last piece of this is the abundance tracker. And that's super cool. Because again, we will figure this out together. It works in the spreadsheet in the, okay, let's see, I'll show you. Okay, so let's say April. Okay, let's just, let's say we have 500 members. Let's just say this is somebody's organization. 500 members, let's say you personally enrolled 5 people, total enrollments in total. So 495 of the team, you enrolled 5. Personally enrolled in total this month. Oh, sorry. Let's say you've enrolled like 50 total. Okay, so then 5 you enrolled in April. New members this month in total, let's say you have 30. Your OGV was, I don't know, 10,000. And your check with Young Living was 1,300. I'm totally just winging it and guessing. So we have numbers to base off of. And then let's say in May, your total members was 530. Personally enrolled was 55. Personally enrolled in May is 3. New members this month total 40. Your OGV was 11,000. And then your check is 1,400. let's just say. So it'll just show you, see in May, it'll give you those percentages. So it'll show you the team growth is 6% and your OGV growth is 10%. So again, those kinds of numbers, if you just send them to me, like you can tell me what your total number of members are, your personally enrolled, for the specific months, you can get that information from either the virtual office or Oily Tools. So you can send that to me and I can calculate it in this abundance tracker for those of you that are doing it. So I know it's kind of confusing, but that's a number that we can figure out at the end of the month. So we can get those extra numbers and plug those into your activity trackers. So that's kind of the gist of it. I know it's it might be a little overwhelming at first, but at the end of the day, it's literally just assigning yourself points. And then once you're done, you're going to send me this information either in the printout, you can email it to me, or you can send it to me in the mail. Or if you are a spreadsheet person, you can literally just plug it into your spreadsheet. And I'll get these things fixed so they're actually definitely working before June 1st. So I'm going to open it up for questions, and then we can go from there, because I know it's not totally self-explanatory, but I hope that it can kind of help you guys have kind of a base point for which to be able to, let's see, how do I get back? To grow your businesses. How do I do this? How do I get back? Okay, oh, stop share, that's how. Okay, any questions? Are your heads exploding? It's okay if it is, I totally get it. Let me walk you through it. Does it make sense?
It made sense to me, Kristen, and I was only half listening.
Okay, well, that's a good sign. That's a really good sign. Love that.
Yeah, I think it'll be a lot of fun. It seems like it's going to be fun to try to rank those points up.
Yeah, exactly. So it's literally just a matter of collecting as many points as possible based on your actions every day. At the end of the day, that's all that it is. And we can figure out the logistics, the hiccups, because again, this is brand spanking new. I don't expect this to be completely flawless by any stretch of the imagination, but we can figure out the obstacles or roadblocks as we go. But at the end of the day, just allotting yourself those points, I think is pretty straightforward. Again, that's my brain. That's not everybody else's brain.
Yeah, it seems straightforward to me.
Okay, good. And if it's not, let me know. Either now or literally offline, just say, hey, what the hell were you thinking when you put this together? Because I totally can appreciate that. Because if it can make sense to me, and I ran this by Kara too, so it wasn't totally harebrained.
I really like all the resources that are on there.
Yes.
Like all the links.
Yes. Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, because there's tons, and that's just barely the scratching the surface of what there is available. And as more come up, we can add more. But that's kind of just a good base point. And I didn't want to believe it or not, I didn't want to overwhelm you. There's a lot of stuff in there because there could be a ton more resources, but those are just the basics. You've got the audio, you've got different ways of learning. You've got audio, you've got video, or a really long class. So I really honestly recommend, if you're not, as you're probably already doing, it's just the 101, the Sarah Harnish 101 or Kara's new 101 for those that we're not able to physically meet with right away that want to learn more, and we can just say, hey, listen to this, watch this. If you've got 45 minutes to listen in the car or 12 minutes to sit in front of your computer screen and watch this quick video.
Sounds good.
All right.
Can I ask a random question?
Totally.
So I have a girlfriend. I'm planning on what they're doing.
Kathleen, I don't know if your audio.
Is it not on?
Yeah, try that now. It sounded like you were underwater.
Oh, okay. So I'm planning on doing like my first class with like a couple of my girlfriends.
Okay.
One of them was looking up the website, and she's trying to like get started with like a weight management kind of situation, but I don't know like anything about the Sleek packages. And so I called to Young Living today to see if there was like a starter kit for the Sleek, and I don't know. It didn't really seem like there was.
Unfortunately, no. And I don't know why. There was when we were doing this New Year, January, they had literally, it was like a short window that they had a Sleek starter kit. Remember that, guys? It was like super short window, and it was basically for brand new people that were not members that they could get started with this. Like with convention coming up, who knows what they might roll out that could be something that is new to the lineup. They usually wait for convention for big announcements like this, so maybe that'll come, but right now there is no such thing as a Sleek starter kit. There's the different kits that they have available, but you have to become a member with a premium starter kit first, and then you would buy that Sleek kit, whether it's the management, all the different variations at wholesale. So which can be pricey for a brand new person who is not yet a member.
Right. And then they were trying to explain to me what the basic starter kit was, but I couldn't quite grasp what that was.
Okay.
That it didn't come with any oils?
Right.
It was just like paperwork?
Yeah, basically what it is, it's pretty much what that is. So think of your starter kit, the very bottom section. So just take away the 10 starter kit oils, and then you've got the stress away compartment with the Ningxia Red, the little samples, and then the empty bottles. That's your basic starter kit. Okay. And some people do that. So like in her case, that might be worthwhile, because if she doesn't want to expend a lot right out of the gate, and with a premium starter kit, she could save, I think it's $45. You could spend $45 for the basic starter kit, and then spend what she wants for the Sleek products at wholesale.
Okay, so it does get you the wholesale pricing.
Yes, exactly. So basically think about the basic starter kit as like when you join Costco, it's like that's your $40 fee. Basically, you're getting hardly anything, but you are getting access to wholesale prices.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Thank you.
Of course. Are there any other questions that have nothing to do with this? We're together. We might as well.
Oh, sorry about that.
No. I mean it like seriously, like we might as well answer any questions. This is a perfect opportunity, since we are all around the table and there's lots of Kristen Boucher's joining us.
I keep laughing.
Well, now I know. Don't share your personal link to your email with the public, because everyone's going to be logging in. That's awesome. What else is going on in your minds? Comp plan. Do I even dare to open that can of worms?
So I had a question.
Yes.
I see the kid ones, the kid scents.
Yes.
And I've been like reading some of the ingredients. Like you think, like that valerian one was supposed to be like the sleep one. It's not available right now, but it's in the kid one. So what's the kid one? Is it lower, like not as potent, or like what makes it kid versus Why do they label it that way for that blend? And could we use it not being a kid?
So like, okay, great question, Kristen. So like the Kid Sense essential oil blends, is that the one you're referring to? That ones that have valerian in it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So great question. And valerian being extremely scarce at this point. The Kid Sense are diluted, so there is in fact less of concentrated essential oil in there. So in theory, yes, just because it's a kid scent, there's no reason I don't see that an adult couldn't use it because it's already pre-diluted. It's just a not as concentrated version of it.
Would that sleep one, would it be the diffuser or is it more of like a topical because it's diluted?
I personally haven't used the Kid Sense in my diffuser. I've used them topically with the kids. I've also used them for me, like the tummy jies. I'll be honest, Digize, the smell is like
gross.
But
That's
tummy
gross.
jies is good, and I like it. So I've used Mila's tummy jies when I want a little digestive support. Otherwise,
I have a lot of peppermint
under my tongue and move on.
That makes it more bearable.
Yes, right. So that's a really good question. So awesome.
Kristen, I have used those in my diffuser for my kids. I actually
you?
have every single one of them.
Okay.
And I have used them in the diffuser. I've never had a problem with them. And I also find them to be really helpful for kind of like what you guys were saying with the Digize. For people that are sensitive to one of the smells or the oils in one of the other ones that are out there, because they tend to be very similar to an adult version. So a lot of times adults that are highly sensitive to smells, I'll encourage them to maybe start with the Kid Sense versions in order to start getting their system used to them too. Kristen, do you take it internally, the tummy jies?
Oh, the other Kristen.
Which Kristen? We've got so many.
Sorry, I know, too many
Oh, yeah,
Kristen.
I am a real
Kristen C, Kristen B.
Kristen B.
Do I take the Kid Sense internally? I haven't.
Yeah, do you take the tummy jies internally?
No, I've only used it like on my tummy. Like I just pop the roller Aroma Glide, the Fitment top on it, and I just use it on my belly topically or the soles of my feet.
Okay.
But I don't see why. I mean, I would have to look at the ingredients. I don't see why I wouldn't. Because I'm pretty sure it's like peppermints, and I would have to look at the ingredients again, but
Yeah, I looked at the ingredients, and it's just that because it uses a carrier oil.
right. And it's probably fractionated coconut oil, right?
Yep, that's exactly what it is. Yep.
Yeah, so good question. Okay, Beth is asking, does the Aroma Sleep only come in the Freedom Sleek kit? And the answer, I'm looking at I'm cheating because that's what I do. Yes, Beth, that is correct. Aroma Sleep is not a blend for sale that I've seen, and I'm looking in the product guide right now. There's Aroma East, there's Aroma Life, and there's Aroma Seas, but there is no Aroma Sleep. So yes, indeed, if you wanted to get that, you'd have to get the Freedom Sleep collection. Wah, wah. Unfortunately, they do that sometimes with the really hard to source ones, and I don't even know if that's in there. I don't know if that's even in stock. It probably has valerian in it, which we know is hard to come by. That's a big one. Yes, it is, Kristen Boucher. One of you. I don't think it's in stock. Yes. Yeah, good question. There's too many Kristens. I can't believe this. This is funny. Any other questions? Anyone want to share their goals for June? I'd love to know. I mean, I hate to, now that May's still coming, May is still amazing, but I love to think ahead.
I'm not sure.
I don't mind sharing goals. Can you hear me?
I can.
It's Sarah. Even though I'm a Kristen in the picture. Sorry, guys. I won't show you the video. I've been sick all day. I'm a disaster right now.
Yeah, but you're gunning for executive. So
I am gunning for executive. We are so close.
Oh my God.
Jocelyn will be silver, and yay. So definitely want to be an executive, push forward a little bit more with that. Kristen's well on her way to being a star, and same with Megan Weeks. She's got a new builder, so I'm super excited about that. So definitely plan to get 3, maybe even 4 classes on the book, and do some big OGV boosts. So that's my thought, and I'm really excited about this spreadsheet. Not that I'm really a spreadsheet kind of person, but I think it's a good accountability to kind of keep track of what you're doing, and really just to show your progress instead of just being like, okay, who did I call this week, and actually kind of keep track of it. So I'm really excited to give that a try.
Yay. I'm excited that you're excited. And I totally agree. And I'm going to be perfectly honest. Like, I think 30 days is just enough time for us to not hit the wall with spreadsheets and keeping track of things, because that seems to be my max. Like, I love to keep track of things, but sometimes I'll stop. Bad habit. But I think 30 days is doable. That's why, June 1 through 30, if we can do this on a daily basis and just make it part of your daily reflection to just, okay, I did this, point, 5, 10, done. And it's a less than 5-minute exercise over the course of the day. And then it helps you to remember and focus on the good things that happened over the course of the day. Because sometimes it's hard. Get stuck in the muck. You think about, oh, I couldn't get a hold of this person, or this person's not getting back to me. But then you see all of the positive things that you're doing, or the things that have come to fruition over the course of the month. And it's really, really energizing. So I think all around it'll be a lot of fun. And again, something that if this works, then we can keep doing it. If it doesn't, we can dump it, like, I'm not married to this thing. Find something else that works. At the end of the day, I just want you guys to reach every goal that you have in your personal and in your business. Like, whatever it is, that's why we're doing this. So if this helps to do that, awesome. If it doesn't, we get rid of it. We
Kristen,
never do
I
it
don't know
again.
if you can hear me.
I can. Hey, Julia.
Hi. I came in a little bit late, so I missed the beginning. So I wasn't sure, like, where are you getting all these documents? Is it in the docs, like in the?
Okay, very good question. Okay,
I'm so overwhelmed with trying to figure out all these different computer sites.
Totally understandable.
Yeah.
You're okay. Let me share my screen again. Hold on.
Okay.
All right. Share screen. Okay. All right. So, see, as you can see, no connected camera. I was messing with this earlier. I was like, oh my God. All right. So if you go into the business group,
Yep.
there is, this is a super long post, but it has all of the links and attachments, or links to the documents. So I'm going to tag you in this, Julia, right now, just so you can.
That'd be good.
The heck. There we go. Okay, so here you'll find, okay, register for the call. We've already done that. Okay, so option 1, this is now if you want to use actually the spreadsheet, it's in Google Drive.
Okay.
So you just click on that and it'll take you right to that. Now the key here, this is big. Make a copy of this spreadsheet by going to File, make a copy, and save it to your favorites. So this is what you'll do. Oops, I can close this. So go to File, make a copy, and you'll say like Julia's Wicked Oily, whatever you want to call it. And it'll save to your, if you have Google Drive, hopefully you do. So you'll save it. That way it's yours and yours alone. Because this one is literally just the team one, and I don't think you can change it. I don't think you can have edit rights to that. And the reason is because I don't want, too many people in this one messing up formulas and stuff. Okay, so that's the first part. And if, let's say, I know people like Dawn Cormier, for example, she has a hard time getting onto Google Drive. She's using a different computer, and she cannot get onto Google Drive. She has it blocked. So no problem. Go right here, and you can download it. So I put it in our files section of our business group. So boop, download, done. And then you have it, save it to your desktop, and you are good to go. Next option is, oh wait, there's more. So if you're not a spreadsheet person, so spreadsheet person is option 1. If you're not a spreadsheet person, don't worry, no worries. You can, this takes, so I don't want to open it, I was just kidding. Okay, so there you go. This is your option. Okay, if it ever opens. I think I need to implode my Mac. It's just really not doing good things. Okay, so then you would find the instructions here. So this is where you just print off these documents so you have them to refer to. So here's this one. And then number 2 is the activity tracker, which is right here. So again, you're going to download that. So yeah, it's all in there. You'll print that off. And then last but not least is the abundance tracker. Now the abundance tracker is one, this is just something we're gonna incorporate at the end of the month, and then I'll calculate this based on, or you, if you're using the spreadsheet, you can calculate that yourself, but you're just going to be literally plugging in your total members for April, personally enrolled total, team enrollments total, personally enrolled this month, new members this month, and that sort of thing. And then your actual check. So like look back into the virtual office and write down what your commission was for April and your OGV, and then you can pull all of that there, because this way you can just kind of see how you're growing every single month.
And is there a place where you can look up like what your monthly checks were? Like, do
yes,
they have that?
yes,
Okay.
yes. Okay, so I'm going to show you. Let's take a tour. Okay, youngliving.com. I'll show you exactly where to find it. Okay, so go into my account, and you're going to see my recent commissions. So you can literally, so this is my full disclosure, this is my money. This is what I'm making
God
over the
bless you.
course of the last 6 months.
Wow.
So you can pull that, and it'll show that. So on the date that the checks post or the commissions post, it's usually around the 16th, 17th of each month. If you're not getting direct deposit and they're mailing you a check, you'll see your check probably like the 22nd, 23rd-ish. And then it'll show you like the check number. Then this is super cool, you guys. I didn't know about this until like recently. I didn't know, I was not breaking down my checks because I was like, oh, I don't know. All I know is I get a check every month. Yippee. But it's pretty cool because you can actually break down the levels, the names, like, oh my gosh, this is super cool. So this is cool because it gives you the summary. It tells you what your total check was, what your OGV was, which is what you'll use to plug into your abundance tracker, wherever the heck it is, your PGV, and then your personal volume. So yeah, so commissions, or my account, my commissions, that's where you can see that. And then of course, if you're not familiar with the virtual office, or if you're relatively new, you can go back in time. Look how far back you can go. Isn't that
Wow.
so cool? Yeah. So like if you're just like bored one day and you want to track your growth since the day you started, you could do that. Like September, I'll go back to September. My volume was 14,000. Now it's May and it's 52,000. Like the growth has obviously been incredible. But if I needed my OGV or something from February, I could just go in and change that there. You know, in Oily Tools, you can only go back a month, which is kind of a bummer.
Yeah.
Oily Tools is badass.
Those Oily Tools.
Oh, Oily Tools. Oh boy. Okay. So Oily Tools is a app. Let me see if I can pull it up on the computer. It's not going to give you the power of what it is. So it's an app that you download, and you're able to see your entire organization at a glance. Like, let's see, no, you can get it for free. So if you're not using it yet, oh crud, wish they had like a tutorial to show you guys what it looked like. Do you guys know if there is one? I don't know if I've seen one. But like if you see here, like just look at these three images right here. Like you pull it up and you see, so you're like, oh, this is how much my estimated earnings are, $999,000. Woo, that's pretty awesome. What's my rank? And you can actually see the breakdown of what you are actually estimated to make. This I think is so powerful because you're able to pull it up at a moment's notice, and not like we say we're not driven by money, but we are, whether we realize it or not. And to see actual figures of money that you were estimated to be getting based on the activity that's happening under you and on your team, it's really remarkable, and it really helps to kind of propel you. And it also gives you at a glance opportunity to see, okay, what's happening on this. Like, for example, Sarah and Jocelyn, literally like, okay, what's happening now? Like refresh, just to see. It's pulling the data from the virtual office. It's about 6 hours behind it. It updates like every 6 hours. So it's not real time, but it's pretty darn close to real time. And you can actually see like who didn't process, who might be missing money. This is a big one because we have people on our team that have, that may not be on Essential Rewards or ordering every single month, and they may have people underneath them. And that means that they're due for commission. And if they don't place a 100 PV order that month, then they're not going to get a thank you check. So it gives us the ability to pull up a report that literally identifies those people that are that haven't ordered, or let's say their ER order didn't process because some bank issue or their credit card changed or something happened. And you can also identify brand new business builders or new members and send them a text and say, hey, welcome to the team. Glad you're here. Or, hey, I saw that you ranked up today. Good job. Way to go. That's awesome. So
that's all on that Oily Tool?
It's all on Oily Tools. It literally at the tap of your finger, you can text, you can email, and reach out to your entire downline. It's so cool. So it's $6.99 a month. So yes, there's a fee to it, but you can try it out for free for the first month. And it's not like you have to put in your credit card and get the trial and then it automatically renews. Like once your month is over, then you have the prompt to say, hey, did you like it? Do you want to sign up? So if you want, put in the chat, or maybe, let's see, I'm trying to think of the most efficient way to do this that I won't lose it. If you guys want, because everyone's Kristen Boucher. Yeah, that's not a good idea.
Why not? We want to be you.
Yeah. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put a post in our members group, Wicked Oily Business. Say, hey, Oily Tools is awesome. Who wants to try it for free? And then just say me, and then I can just add you. I can literally, all I need to do, it's so cool. I can gift it to you, and you get a free month. So I'll do that in like a minute. Once we get off the call, I'll do that as soon as we get off, so because I will forget. How does that sound? That way you can just try it. And if you like it, awesome. You just need to download the app in the App Store. And then it'll automatically, you'll get an email saying, hey, here's the link to activate. You activate it, you use it for 30 days. And then if you don't like it, you don't have to buy it. Okay, sorry, I need to see the chat. Goal 1, memorize. Numbers so I don't have to type everyone's email. That's awesome. Kristen. Beth's goal is to get a check over 300, one on ER. Yes, Beth is launching. Beth's been in soft launch for the last month and a half, and she's got her very first class happening on Sunday. So we're going to launch her. We're going to rocket her out of the stratosphere. All right. Is it more real-time eval instead of waiting to commission day? Isn't it? Yes, exactly. It's more real-time for sure. It's as real-time as we're going to get in commissions. And it literally is pretty spot on. The only difference is like sometimes there's things that happen behind the scenes, like let's say somebody didn't place an order or they did and it just Pilot Tools didn't catch it. Like it might be off by a little bit, but it's not a lot. It's pretty darn accurate.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
I have another question. I'm
Yes.
sorry, I'm full of questions tonight.
No, that's good.
Well, this is my daughter-in-law is in another company that she can't join any other companies because she's in it and she's doing extremely well with it because she's up to an executive level. So that's one of their things, but she is interested in getting a kit. Can I sell her a retail kit? Like, how does that work?
She
can't
can
become a distributor. So
Yep, she can definitely get not a kit though. Yeah, yeah, you can't, unfortunately, in order to get a kit, you have to become a wholesale customer. But like, again, I don't know how it works with other companies, but like she couldn't get a kit and just not tell a soul. Could she? I mean, I don't know.
I don't think so. I think it's like a big deal.
Okay.
She's in that Lip Sense company. I don't know if you've heard
Oh,
of that.
yes.
Yeah. And she's like I forget what level, but she's up there. She's a diamond or something. So
Oh,
she's
wow.
like rocketing, doing really well. So she doesn't want to jeopardize it in any way.
Yeah, no, I don't
she's
blame
interested in it, you know?
Yeah, I don't blame her. I don't think so. I mean,
The only other thing is maybe I could sign my son up because he could probably do it and then she could use it.
Right. That could be a way around that.
Yeah.
But I don't know the ins and the outs of like what Lip Sense, you know what I mean?
Yeah. When they get up around that level, they make them sign something that says they can't do another company.
Right. Which is understandable. I
Yeah.
there's a lot of companies that do that.
Mm-hmm.
Can we get a free month more than once? Oh, that's cute. I know. I wish, right? Anything else?
I just can't get over how hard you are all working and how many hours you must be putting in with all these Facebook events. It's just my hat's off to you.
Believe it or not, it's not that much. I mean, I can't say that I'm sleeping, but like I'm mom. I'm really like, I would probably say I put maybe, it depends. Every week is different. If I have, lots of events happening, obviously it's more, but like at the most, maybe 15 to 20 hours a week. And it's very much spare time. Like literally like, okay, like Tuesdays and Thursdays, those are the days you're going to see me firing things in the group or messages because that's when Asia's in school. So those are the only days that I can really like get a little bit of morning time to think. So that's when I'm able to do. But the rest of the time, it's like in between shuttling kids here, there, and everywhere. And Jocelyn, you can relate. Jocelyn's running a full-time personal training business, super, super successful. She's got 3 kids, active military spouse, duty military spouse. Like she's going a million miles an hour. So it's not so much the time put in, it's more the quality of the time that you're putting in and the activities that you're doing. I think that's what it really, really comes down to. because I mean, I could probably spend 80 hours a week doing stuff that may not do anything for my business. But I try to really focus I guess it's good not having a lot of time, because when I do have that time, I tend to be super focused on what needs to get done.
I was just going to say, I think I worked the same number of hours that I did when I was a star.
Right.
Now, as an executive going into silver.
Yes.
Today is a little bit different because Sarah and I are going gangbusters over here. So today's slightly different. But for the most part, I probably only work 10 hours a week in my Young Living business. And that's everything. That's contacting members, following up mailings, posts, everything. And I try to keep it to that.
Yeah.
Great.
Kind of have to.
That is part of this, and what everyone is talking about is the income producing activities. And that's what I really like about this spreadsheet is that it gives people some concrete tasks to give them some income producing activities, because it's really nice just to say, okay, so what do I need to do for my business? Okay, so I need to talk to 2 people. I need to do this. It just kind of gives you a sense of, okay, this is the activity that's going to produce some income for me. And that's another reason I really like this, because I squirrel very quickly. So.
Oh yeah, for sure. I agree, Sarah. I do squirrel more than I'd like. Okay.
I just find there's so much information I want to learn right away, and it just takes time to absorb it.
It does. And everybody learns at a different pace and a different way. Using this example, some people are like, woohoo, spreadsheets. And other people are like, oh my God, are you crazy? So, and I'll be honest, when I ran this by Kara, she's like, yeah, it might be too much. And I'm like, yeah, I know. So I need to rethink this. And then I came up with a printing option. So, so this is the two brains of spreadsheet, not spreadsheet. I can print things off and write them down on a piece of paper. Okay. Which Kristen Boucher is asking, can you do one more brief recap on data collection on the spreadsheet, please? So I can, KV, all right. And I a real Kristen. Okay, so KV, I will do the, do you want me to talk about the actual spreadsheet itself or the print off version? Actual, all right, done. Okay guys, bear with me again. I'm gonna share my screen. Okay, so, all right, I got online version. Okay, so I've got 2 different ones open. Okay, so first tab is literally just the introduction, the prizes, how to get started, how to keep track of your points, how to structure your time, again, like identifying 30% of your time to talking to new people. Again, these are the income producing activities, your goals, creating a sharing system, and then of course all of the resources to plug people into, whether it's the audio for Sarah Harnish's 101 lecture or Kara's brand spanking new delete toxic chemicals in your home in 11 minutes. And then of course the different business building resources and personal development resources. Okay, into the nuts and bolts of this. So for example, using, let's see, and, oh, hold on. So the panes are frozen, and if you're not familiar with what that means, basically, if you scroll over, you're still going to see all of the stuff. That's what's cool about this. You'll still see the columns line up with it, so you're not going to lose that. Okay, so for example, let's just say, and again, for some reason the formulas are not working in this one. I don't know why. But we'll I'll get that fixed and figure it out. Let's see. I don't know why it's doing that. Okay, so in theory, let's pretend. Let's just play make-believe. Let's go back to our childhood days and play make-believe. Okay, so let's say it's June 1st, and you've had, let's say, you've talked to 2 brand new prospects, and you've also followed up with 3. So that gives you 5 points for each person. So you're going to say 5, and since you're given 1 point for each, you're going to get 5 points. And in theory, this will calculate automatically. These blue columns will calculate automatically for you. But I got to get that fixed and figure it out. Let's say one of those people, you sent them the one-on-one audio. So you're going to give yourself 1 point there. And since you're getting 1 point for that, you're going to get another point over there. You didn't invite to a class, you didn't host a live class, but you happen to enroll a brand new member with a starter kit. Yippee! You're going to get 5 points for that. Oh no, sorry. How many today? It's going to be 1 point or 1 PSK, and then it'll translate over to 5 over here. Okay. Again, I've got to fix that formula there. I don't know why it was working earlier. It's not working now. Okay. New member enrolls in Essential Reward. Let's say your brand new member that just enrolled with a PSK on June 1st. She also decides to get on ER, and then she adds an additional an additional 90 PV. So she gets up to 190. Because again, the PSK is 100, another 90 is 190 PV on ER. You're going to give yourself, you just check mark 1, and then it's going to calculate to 2 over here. Okay, again, the spreadsheet is supposed to be smart. It's not tonight. Okay, then let's see. Okay, you sent out a whole bunch of care texts, calls, PMs, whatever you want to call them. Let's say you talked to 10 people. You're going to get, there it is. It's working. It's working there. So hallelujah. Okay, let's say you launched a new business builder. Okay, that's not working. So let's say you launched a new business builder. You taught their first class for them. You're just going to give yourself 1 there, and then it'll translate to 3 over here. Let's say new rank. Let's say, okay, that's not going to be happening in June 1st, but like as the month goes on, let's say middle of the month, let's say somebody under you hits the rank of star, you're going to hit 1 there on that day it happens, and then it's going to give you 2 points there because you're going to get 2 points for that. Okay. And then of course, these are month-end goals. Now these are not going to be applicable until toward the end of the month. So let's say you go from distributor to star at the end of the month. And of course, you could do this multiple times. Like I've seen people go from star to senior star in the blink of a 30-day period. So it's very possible. So in that case, you'd get, 1 and 1 there, and then 5 points there, and then 10 points there, let's say towards the end of the month. And then in theory, again, this is going to calculate each day. So it will pull all of those, but it's not right now, those points right there. So each day you're going to have a value that's calculated based on the parameters in the spreadsheet. So it's literally going to calculate it for you. So you're going to do this every day, just how many today, points today, dun, 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 dun. And then it will calculate till the end of the month. And then once you're done, total for the month, it puts in that value. And the reason, that's why, because it's TBD. Sorry, I'm still trying to remember how I did this. So your OGV growth is going to be dependent upon the abundance tracker, which is this right here. So for example, team growth was 6%, OGV growth was 10%. So you'd put in there, let's see, 10. Yeah, 10 and 6. Okay. What the heck? All right, that's something went foul there. I have to look into that. But we can figure that out after again. And if not, we'll figure it out manually. So I don't want if the spreadsheet. We'll figure that out. I got to just look into the calculations and see why it's not working. So does that help, KV? Go back on. Okay. Yes, exactly. Yes. Working on the activity sheet tracker on a daily basis. Absolutely. So that's basically your daily journal, if you will. Will a new game plan be starting in June too? What did we just started. So probably because we started in, was it May, late May-ish? May 15th. Oh my gosh. Wow. Yes, then yes. I'm pretty sure we'll just roll right into another one. Definitely. Yeah, you don't want to add someone now. It would be for the next one. So got it downloaded. Which do I use? Okay, the first page is a summary. Yes, so the first page is your summary. So the second page is, yeah, the first page is your summary. So you can print that out, but that's not what you're going to be tracking on. You're going to be tracking on the second page, the actual activity tracker print version. And you're going to, unfortunately, the way that it printed off, you're just going to line up like, for example, the first line, so you know what points to allocate toward that. Sorry, that didn't work out the way I wanted it to. Okay, what else? I'll add a game plan. What about builders not on Facebook? They can still do it, definitely. It's just a matter of getting them the spreadsheet and the documents. So it's not specific to Facebook because they just literally need to be doing it and submitting it at the end. And we can, I mean, if they're, yeah, definitely. How will they get game plan videos? Is that the question, the game plan videos? How will they get I don't know. I'm not sure I understand the question.
Like if they're not on Facebook, is that what the question means?
They should still be able to access it. Are you doing class in another public? YouTube or the like. Okay. Sorry, I'm still not understanding the question. Which Kristen is this? KV, okay. All right, so are you doing class on another public media, YouTube or the like? Can I unmute you, Kristen? Are you able to speak? Oh, I can't. I don't even know who you are, which one you are.
You can try. Can
Oh,
you
yeah,
hear me?
yeah. There you are. There you are.
So the chiropractor, she's not on Facebook,
Right.
and she wants to build.
Okay. So totally, she doesn't have to be on Facebook to do this.
Right. But she'll bypass the whole game plan part, is what I'm getting at.
Well, yeah, the book plug, the book club, yes.
Okay.
For that very reason.
She
yes.
She doesn't even want the mini. I was like, okay, whatever. I'm not gonna. She just won't use that. Okay.
Yeah, so I would just, if she wants to, I would still recommend that she get the book itself because it's such a phenomenal resource for building. But she doesn't. I mean, obviously, she wouldn't be part of the book club because she's not on Facebook. That's a really good question.
Yeah, I think because in Kara's little group, we're running across folks that they're not on Facebook.
Yeah,
I mean, it's so easy for us, but I think we're missing a lot of folks.
I agree. This is a huge problem, and I know we have a lot of people that are not on Facebook, and we do have a few builders. I know Alice Beauregard has a handful of builders that are not on Facebook, and it's a huge challenge. And I honestly don't know how to get around it yet. And be as comprehensive with their support as a larger group versus having the high touch, more one-on-one interaction. It's challenging.
The only other thing that I've run across, because I'm doing Instagram, kind of following you guys on YouTube, is potentially Google Plus.
Oh yeah, Google Plus.
That would be the only other thing that I've run across that's somewhat the equivalent to where you can
Yeah.
attach documents and
You
whatnot.
can, and you can have Google Hangouts and that sort of thing. I just think, I
Right.
think we're going back pre-Young Living when I was a blogger. And that's when we all decided, screw Facebook, we're all going over to Google Plus.
Okay.
And it just didn't work. It was
Stop it.
not, I don't know why.
Okay.
Facebook is just a behemoth. It's
Yeah.
just what people are using, and it's so easy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Not to say
I agree.
Google Plus isn't, but I don't know what the stumbling point is, but I don't know. And maybe it's me. It's just the comfort level of Facebook. I know how to use it. I can navigate pretty quickly. And then adding another layer of communication. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Oh, go check in here. Go check in here. Don't forget this. Don't forget this.
Yeah. Yeah. Too bad there's just not one button fixes all.
Right.
kind
And
of
there
thing.
is there's social media, integrated systems where you put in one post and it posts across multiple social.
The only other recommendation is one site for the entire team kind of thing.
Yeah, but then it's adding one more thing for people that, you know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah,
You
I'm
know,
sure you guys have brainstormed all of this.
We can take this offline and think of other ways.
Right.
Yeah, I know it's a problem. We've had
Okay.
it's a long-standing problem, and I totally. I wish we had a better solution. I just wish everybody was on Facebook.
I tried.
That is all.
Okay, thanks.
But yeah,
We'll make it
totally.
work.
I know.
We'll make it work for
'cause
now.
I do have people that are in the same boat as your new member, and it's very challenging
Okay, thanks.
to make sure that they get all the information that they're supposed to.
Thanks for the recap. Sorry, I was at the baseball field.
No, that's okay.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much for clarifying. Any other questions?
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you guys, and thanks for bearing with me, my harebrained ideas. I'm gonna revisit that spreadsheet and make sure that all the formulas are working. So give me another day or so to look into that to make sure that everything's working, and then I'll just say, hey, it's good. Download this baby. Yes, it should get very interesting watching this data move, and it'll be fun. It'll be fun to see the numbers, and we can check in with each other and say, hey, how many points? What are we at? For those the Reds out there. The Reds and the Greens coming together. So, all right, guys.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
Night.
you so much.
Thanks-
It was
thanks a
great to
bunch.
see you all, and you know where to find me if you need anything.
All right.
Okay, talk to you later. Have a good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Night.
Bye.